There's a little cropping and straightening improvement inside of CS5. The first one we'll look at is cropping. You can press C to get to your crop tool here. And let's just drag out the crop tool. I'm going to drag it over the entire image here. When I let go, the first thing you're going to see is we get this rule of thirds. Okay, we didn't have that. It's an overlay. You can see it up here in the options bar. You could set it to none if it bugs you. You could set it to grid if you wanted a grid, but most of the time, if you're a photographer, you're probably going to want rule of thirds, and it kind of just helps you. It kind of helps you compose while you're cropping. So an example here would be if I wanted to get this horizon line set on that bottom third here, I could just maybe tweak that a little bit. If I want to go wide, then I could just leave it as it is, or I would probably also have to bring that in. And then don't forget, let me bring this back up. As you are cropping, let's bring these over to the side. If I wanted to constrain my aspect ratio here, just hold down the shift key. All right, so now I could kind of line things up, but I kind of like the wide look, so I'm going to keep it a little bit wider and just bring this down. All right, and that way I'm getting the horizon line right onto that bottom third there. Hit enter or return. Okay, whoops, got a little bit of funky stuff there at the bottom. All right, the other thing is straightening, and this one's a little bit weird. There's not an official straighten tool, but if you go over right under the crop tool, you're going to see the eyedropper. Grouped in with the eyedropper is the ruler tool. All right, so the way the ruler tool works is you just kind of click on something and drag. So here's the horizon line, right? So if I kind of over right there and I click and drag on that horizon line, because the horizon is what I want to be straight, right? So if I click and drag onto that horizon line, I let go, what you're going to see right at the top there is a little straighten button. Okay, so let's come up here and just click straighten, and Photoshop goes through and it straightens based on whatever you clicked on with that ruler tool. So you can do your straightening right from the toolbox within Photoshop instead of having, if you forgot to do it in Camera Raw or you're not using Camera Raw, now you can do the straightening and your cropping with the rule of thirds all right from within Photoshop.